Good morning and welcome back to Flashback Friday here on Gaming with ADHD. Today we are continuing our dive into Renegade Legion with a continuation of the game Interceptor. Now, as with Battletech, which was also released by FASA, one of the key features is the expansion of the different units available through briefing books, which detail those new units. For Interceptor, the first book was the TOG Fighter Briefing. Containing 48 pages of content, this book introduced 19 new fighters, 1 corvette, and 3 new weapon systems. Today we're going to go through the book and see what we have inside. Now, before we get started, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm making it a point to get a new video out about Renegade Legion every couple of weeks, whether it's a review or an unboxing or just a page through of one of the books. By subscribing, you won't miss any of these new videos. In addition, I do have a couple of additional plans, but I'll let you know when those are ready. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So let's see here. Nope, not that one. There we go. All right, so this is... Actually, this is the one I want. Haha. I have nothing if not professional and providing highly produced videos. All right, so this is the Renegade Legion Fighter Briefing. It is not that big of a book, as you can see, but it was presented in the, we'll call it the traditional technical readout landscape format. I remember growing up at the time, landscape format was actually pretty rare for books, but it really gave a different feel to the different ships and mechs of whichever game it was. I'll be honest, I have not looked through this before, so this is sort of a type of unboxing, I guess we could call it. But I want to go through, look at the different art. I have glanced at some of it, and I think you'll be pretty happy with it. So, TOG being the Terran Overlord government, in my head, these are the bad guys. I don't know if they're supposed to be the bad guys, but that's how I see them in my head. This layout is pretty standard for FASA at the time. Always gave a little bit of an introduction. So in here we've got the preface. This manual is designed to familiarize newly assigned Commonwealth and Renegade naval personnel with unique TOG fighter classes that they will be engaging in the Shenandoah County Theater of Operations. So I know with Battletech, they would always present the technical readouts as from a particular era or different generals writing to, Jane's Battle Mech Monthly or whatever. So I like it when they do those kinds of things. Gives it a little bit of a, we'll call it a realism touch, but just a little bit of fun. All right, so we've got our first ship here, the Funda. Now, I want to point this out because the art is very different from what you got in Battletech. The original Battletech technical readouts, and even continuing into today, were very much just kind of black line art. They weren't, you didn't get much shading in the mechs. I know they did try some things different times, but for the most part, you just had wireframe line art. Whereas for everything I've seen for Renegade Legion, you got a much more complete art style, in my opinion. So we've got the Funda Mass 74 Light Fighter. I'll be honest, I am still reading the rules, so a lot of this still doesn't make any sense to me. But these kinds of books, I always remember just, I would take them to school, and when we had reading time, I would just read them. They're also going to give you a background about the particular fighter. So the Funda is the result of the Aquilo Corporation's attempt to develop a ship to replace the Lancia. Aquilo began this project in 6824 on its own initiative and without any TOG R&D financing. Okay, so again, just something fun, kind of bring the craft, well, in this case, the fighter to life. All right, so we've got the Ludicrum Secundus. Got a nose-on diagram and a side profile. 86. I don't know if it's supposed to be tons, but a mass 86 light fighter. Manu Ballista. I like this. This is a fun design. The swept forward wings, the weapon pods on the ends. Looks like he's got 3 engines back there. It is still a mass 80 light fighter, but this thing looks fun, looks fast. Looks like it's got a forward and down swept wing. I really much prefer this art style. Even though I'm a big fan of BattleTech over the years, I'm a little disappointed that Renegade Legion got better art, in my opinion. So we've got the Saxum light fighter. There's its nose on. And again, the profile. I also like how they kind of mixed it up. Some of them were, very just straight, static pieces of art, whereas others were much more, action-oriented, we'll call it. The Telem Mass 121 light fighter. I have no idea what this is. I'm assuming some sort of a weapon system. The Cuspis. I have no idea what's going on here. That is an interesting looking design. This gets us into our medium fighters. The CWPT. See, again, the action look, the shading, it brings it a lot more to life than the BattleTech wireframes. The Defensor. A lot of the ships also have a very 80s feel to them, we'll say. Like, you'd see these in Star Wars or The Last Starfighter, something like that. The Fulman. So that's big. But yeah, so this is where you can really see the benefits of doing the landscape, especially because they actually overlapped the pages. In BattleTech, you would never see that. You'd have one page that would have the art, and then one page that would have the background. This, they're not afraid to to cross over and use both pages. The IDIS or IDIS, I don't know. Got kind of a action shot and then a profile shot. The Onagri, I'm assuming this is a missile over here, and this is our actual ship. The Sika. Feels very reminiscent of a B-Wing from Star Wars. Just the central pod and then the one wing. The Tormenta. I know I didn't, but Man, it feels like I had a model kit of this or something. It's very, very interesting. They're willing to, to try different things. I think they were a lot more experimental with their ship designs here. BattleTech, all of the aerospace fighters, very much just look like planes in most cases. These are different. These are not anything you would expect to see. Maybe something out of Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, definitely a Battlestar Galactica vibe. Arcus. I think that's one fun thing about going through this stuff like this. I haven't seen any of it before. I've never had these books. I never played the game, so it's all brand new to me. But still something I enjoy. Circurius. Looks like it's a capture arm or something. The Spatha. I'm probably butchering all of these names. This is now into our heavy fighters. Then our corvette, the Faretta. Or Faretra. Man, I totally ruined that. So, corvette, obviously it can carry starfighters as well. Different weapon system over here. And then we've got the additional weapon systems. So, auto-loading hardpoint. Gatling mass drivers. And thorium plasma projectors. And even a new weapon design. So, a cone laser. So, anyways, that is the TOG fighter briefing. Again, I really think they were trying to do different things with these designs. Make them look different. Make them look unique. But I really like what they did with it. So I'm obviously going to have to get these out and put them on the table, play around with them, see what I like compared to what came in the starter box. But we will get into that. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. This look through the TOG fighter briefing. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I don't just cover Renegade Legion. I do cover all sorts of tabletop gaming content, from board, miniature, card games, and anything in between. And I'd love to have you come along and see what I have to share. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.